The countryside stretched endlessly, bathed in the golden glow of the setting sun. The Walker farm sat quietly, surrounded by vast fields and distant rolling hills. The wind whispered through the tall grass, but tonight, something felt different. Unseen eyes lurked in the shadows, watching. For masked men, dressed in dark clothes, crept silently along the fence line, their boots crunching softly against the dirt. Their plan was simple: get in, take what they wanted, and leave. After all, it was just an old farmer and his daughter. Easy target, right? What they didn't know was that Sarah Walker wasn't just a farmer's daughter. She was a former Green Beret sniper, and tonight, they had made the worst mistake of their lives. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next. Sarah stood by the kitchen window, stirring a pot of stew on the stove. The scent of spices filled the air, but her sharp eyes scanned the darkening landscape outside. Years of military service had honed her instincts, and tonight, they were screaming. Something wasn't right. The usual sounds of the farm, crickets, rustling leaves, the distant lowing of cattle, were all there, yet, something felt off. She saw it. A shadow shifting near the barn. Her heart rate remained steady, but her mind snapped into focus. Intruders. Without hesitation, Sarah turned off the stove and moved to a hidden compartment beneath the floorboards. Lifting the wooden panel, she retrieved her sniper rifle, still in perfect condition. She ran her fingers over the familiar metal, a flood of memories rushing back. She thought she left that life behind, but old habits die hard. Outside, the four men advanced toward the house. Their leader, a tall man with a scar running down his jawline, whispered, "We go in quiet, grab the cash, and get out. No heroics." One of the others chuckled. "Relax, boss. It's just a farm girl." Scarjaw smirked. "Yeah? Then let's show her how the big boys play." But Sarah was already one step ahead. She moved like a shadow through the house, locking the doors, securing the windows, and positioning herself upstairs with a perfect vantage point of the yard below. She counted their movements. 4 targets. Light weapons. Poor formation. They weren't professionals, just thugs looking for an easy payday. The front door creaked open. They were inside. Sarah watched from the top of the stairs, rifle at the ready, breathing slow and steady. The men fanned out, their flashlights sweeping the rooms. "She's not here," one of them muttered, opening drawers and tossing things aside. Scarjaw grinned. "Then let's take what we can." Sarah took a deep breath. It was time to make her move. From the shadows, she whispered, "You shouldn't have come here." The men froze. "What the hell was that?" one hissed, gripping his pistol tighter. Sarah fired a warning shot, shattering the lamp in the living room. Glass exploded, plunging the house into near darkness. "Leave now," her voice echoed through the rooms, calm yet commanding. Panic spread through the group. "She's messing with us." Another shot rang out, this time taking out the light bulb in the hallway. The darkness deepened, and so did their fear. Scarjaw growled. "Find her." But Sarah was no longer in the house. She moved silently outside, flanking them. From behind the barn, she took aim and fired, hitting the tires of their getaway truck with pinpoint precision. The loud hiss of air escaping filled the night. "Truck's out," one of the men shouted. "We're trapped." Sarah's voice came again, colder this time. "Last warning. Leave now, or you won't be leaving at all." One of the intruders panicked and bolted for the field, but Sarah was faster. She stepped out from the shadows, rifle aimed right at him. "Don't." Her voice cut through the night like steel. He froze, hands in the air. I didn't sign up for this," he stammered, dropping his weapon. Scarjaw clenched his fists, rage overtaking fear. "We're not leaving empty-handed." He charged toward the house, but Sarah was already there. A swift kick sent his gun flying, and before he could react, she had him pinned against the wall, her forearm pressing against his throat. "You should have done your homework," she whispered, her eyes locked onto his in a deadly stare. Minutes later, the sound of sirens echoed down the dirt road. Sheriff Tucker stepped out of his vehicle, tipping his hat. "Let me guess, you didn't need my help." Sarah smirked, wiping the sweat from her brow. "I had it under control." The sheriff looked at the bound criminals on the ground and whistled. "Remind me never to trespass on your property, Sarah." Sarah glanced back at the farmhouse, the warmth of the kitchen light spilling out onto the porch. Some people just never learn. As the deputies loaded the thugs into their squad cars, Sarah stood with her rifle slung over her shoulder, staring out at the horizon. Tonight, the farm was safe. But she knew better than anyone, danger had a way of finding her, no matter how far she ran from her past. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more thrilling content. And let us know in the comments, what would you have done in Sarah's place? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.